Howdy, y'all, and welcome to this special edition of Goblets and Gays. Today we are playing the Grant Howitt's Honey Heist, and I promise a very good. My name is Ferris, and I will be your. Let's mosey on over to our players for a little howdy do. Aki, you want to start us off?
Hi, yes, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and today or tonight, wherever, I will be playing Boba the Kid, a panda with a cowboy hat.
Alyssa.
And a Glock.
I mean, the Glock is in their hand, not on their head, right?
You never know. Glocks can be put anywhere if you try hard enough. I don't know, actually. I've never seen one. I'm not American.
All right, Alyssa.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa, pronouns they, them, and tonight I will be playing Waffles, who is a red panda in a flower crown.
Amazing.
I'd die for Waffles, personally.
And you might.
Oh, incredible.
Oh.
Don't worry, this is Honey Heist. You're all immune from dying.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Aubrey.
Hello, I am Aubrey, she, her pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Comrade Kodiak, a polar bear in like a the little flappy fuzzy hat.
Hello, yeah, Dusty, like you just called my name. Hi, I'm Dusty. I use he, they pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Eustacio, the capybara, who is wearing a chef's hat.
Tick.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tick. I'm illiterate, and I use he, she, they pronouns. And I will be playing the wonderful big dude, always spelled in caps. A wonderful winner of Fat Bear Week one time. Very proud of him. Just here to do his best as a incompetent grizzly bear.
Recognized all of our voices if you listen to anything in the Goblets and Gays universe, but one person you may not know is the one and only Connie. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Hey everyone, glad to be here. My name is Connie. My pronouns are they, he, and she. I'm not usually on this, so I'm very, very psyched to be here. Usually you can find me GMing and producing for Transplanar RPG, which of course is an all-transgender people of color-led 100% homebrewed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live-streamed actual play campaign set in an original, non-colonial, anti-orientalist world. So if that's interesting to you, tune into our stream Saturdays at 3 p.m. US Central Time on Twitch at Transplanar RPG, or if you like actual play content, but you're like, I have ADHD and I can't watch streams, I got you, my friend. You can tune into our podcast Tuesdays, wherever you... With that, I'll toss it back to our illustrious Bear Wrangler.
Can I get a yeehaw?
Oh,
Yeah!
Yeah! Beartastic.
And
I'm full of fun tonight. Yes. Good ones, bad ones, they're all coming out. Last thing I want to do before we get this thing going is shout out to our friends over at Well Seasoned Stories who have, depending on when this particular episode come out, either recently launched their channel or have been doing it for a while now. And of course, our good friends at Transplanar as well. And if that is everything, then it is now time to take a trip to the good old Honey West for the Paws job. This would be a great spot for a jingle, but I don't have one. Bears. Boo. Here's how it began. Goldie Barris, infamous outlaw, came to you with a job. If y'all rob Capital Town Bank of all its honey, and I mean all of it, and bring it back here, then not only will I cut you all an even share, but your secret bears will pay their weight in honey for. Yes, big dude, yours. The plot hinges upon your agreement, so we'll move along with a solid yes. Things went well, infiltrating Capital Town dressed as people, breaking into the bank, and then... Well, y'all must have done something wrong, because everything went a little black there for a while, and now, here you are, in the middle of the honey vault, surrounded by the payload. But that vault door is locked shut. So, sound off, who ain't dead?
Can I roll to see if I'm dead?
I was going to ask.
You can roll to see how close to dead you are.
How many d6 should that be?
That'll be 2d6.
Okay. I don't know if the high number is good or bad. My total is 9.
Oh my goodness. In this instance, we will say it's a good thing.
Okay, nice.
quick refresher if anybody needs it, since I guess I just remembered nobody here except for me maybe has played this game. So how this works, everyone gets to learn Honey Heist real fast. I should have done this at the beginning, whatever. So you got 2 stats. 1 stat is bear, 1 stat is criminal. To do bear is for mauling and running and shrugging off damage and bearing, doing the bear stuff. Criminal is doing anything that is not being a bear. When you are doing something that needs a roll, then you roll a 1d6. If it is equal or under the stat in question, be that bear or be that criminal, success. If it is over that stat, bad. Not necessarily, but not ideal. If you're using your bear skill or your cult, which is to say, well, the polar bears can swim, then you roll 2d6 and you pick the lowest. So it would be advantage, but upside down. If you fail a roll, or more specifically, if the plan fails and you run into difficulty, you move a point from criminal to bear. Vice versa, if the plan goes off really great, you move a point from bear to criminal. You can voluntarily move points at any time from bear to criminal by doing a flashback scene to the planning of the heist, or from criminal to bear by eating a ton of honey. That is the basics. So, who's not dead?
I think I'm alive.
I would say Eustacio is alive because they're eating a that they have in their chef's apron.
Aubrey, what's the name of your polar bear again? I didn't catch it.
Comrade Kodiak.
Comrade Kodiak. Okay, my bear, who I have not named yet, to turn, and as they do, their hat, which is a top hat, is going to sort of like wiggle on top of their head as they turn to face Comrade Kodiak, and they look pretty much identical, I think, to Kodiak. They're also a polar bear. They're really big. They're grizzled. They've got this like gnarly like pink scar across their like left eye. They look down. They're somehow smoking a cigar in the middle of this vault. They say to Comrade Kodiak, "Pick yourself up, god damn it! We've got a heist to carry through."
I guess the biggest question is how are we going to get out of this vault?
Isn't that obvious? And my bear is going to do the tiny panda bear.
And I pop out of, let's say, a briefcase. Because how else did you smuggle me in? I'm so small. And pop out and I go, why hello there, motherfuckers.
Oh my god.
Boba, didn't I tell you swearing was just for adults? I'm gonna have to wash your bear trap out with soap.
You're gonna have to catch me first, old man.
Hey, you! You're so impudent and adorable.
Waffles is going to pop out from behind Big Dude and attempt to tackle Boba.
Well, how does this work now?
This sounds like a bear thing, but also I feel like this isn't something that's in doubt. You're gonna tackle. You're the bigger bear. You're gonna tackle this Boba.
Barely. I feel like a baby panda and an adult red panda.
Oh, that's right. You are a red panda.
Yeah.
Never mind. It is in doubt. Roll bear.
Okay, that's a 3.
So that is equal to or under your bear stat because you start at 3.
Start at 3. Yep.
Yep. So you successfully roll into Boba.
I got him for you.
No. I'm throwing my little feet in the air and my little hands in the air. One of them has the Glock, so you gotta be a little careful.
Oh no.
Waffles, the safety. Take it off. I mean, put it on.
Turn the safety on.
Things are upside down in Russia. It's been a while. I'm out of retirement.
Paris. Yes.
Sorry, we're in a room that's stuck, right? The door's locked, right?
You're in the vault. You're in the vault,
Okay.
and the door. Yes.
Important question. On the level of 1 to 10 of the strength of this door, 1 being big dude is stronger, and 10 being big dude is definitely not stronger, what would you rate this door?
I would say the door is equal to or stronger.
Well, I'm incompetent. Can I try bursting the door down?
Before you do, I think now is a good time for you, since you are officially trying to do something criminal, to roll your criminal roll. On the roll table, roll 1d6 to find out what your role in this heist group is.
Alright, let's roll the d6 and see what happens. I got a 1, so I did not get what I wanted. Yes,
You're the muscle.
Oh my god,
Excellent.
yes.
In that case, the muscle. I don't know if this was your dream role or not.
It
but
wasn't.
This is...
I want to be the face. I want to be loved by people.
It's okay. You can aspire to it. Please roll 2d6 to muscle your way through this door, and pick the lowest. Or to attempt to muscle your way
Okay.
through this door.
Come on, dice, give me another 1.
Yes, we believe in you, Bolshoi Truvak.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I got a 5 and a 4, so apparently I am not meant to break down this door.
No dice. Literally.
Is there an assist action? Can we help in some way?
There is not, but you may attempt to do your own thing, such as
I was
look
gonna-
around the vault.
I was gonna try to tell Big Dude as they're sort of like ramming themselves uselessly against this vault door. Hey, it's okay. Remember what we taught you. Remember what we learned together. True strength is on the inside. And I like tap my grizzly paw. My polar bear paw like on your chest. But I think I'm like a particularly small polar bear, so I only come up to like your like mid belly, and I tap it right there to indicate your heart.
I'm gonna look at what you've tapped and be like, right. I gotta put my chest muscles into it. Keep doing what I was
That's
doing.
right. Engage your core. God damn it, Big Dude.
Ah!
Paris, is the vault door, is it like one of those like old-timey bank vaults where it's the giant like
Gotcha.
okay.
Big circular old-timey bank vaults? Yeah.
I think amongst all this and Big Dude running into the wall multiple times, Eustacio, who mind you is a capybara, so it's only like maybe 2.5 feet tall, if even, would wipe off their paws, go walk over to the vault door and like see if they could just like turn it a little bit. It's
Okay.
like,
In this case, it is time for you to find out what role in this heist you have. So please
Let's
roll
see.
1d6.
okay. I got a 6, which means I am the face.
Fuck you.
Big Dude apparently is unhappy about you being the face of this group. So give me just a 1d6 to for criminal. So try to roll below your criminal stat.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
There's no the wheel, the big thing with spokes that looks like a ship wheel. That only exists on the outside, and you are on the inside. So there is nothing in here to turn. It is typically regarded that if you walk into a vault, you do not close the door, or you are stuck there until someone opens. However, as you are looking around, you do find a metal canister on the ground that's maybe, I don't know, 2 grizzly paws long, and cylindrical. I don't know. Yeah, so cylindrical, and it's got like a couple holes on the ends.
Also, I have a quick question about like time period.
Old West time period.
Cool. So video cameras. That works. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
about to be like, I want to make sure that nobody's watching us in this vault, but I'm like, let me make sure at the time period.
No promises that they don't somehow have weird anachromatic technology, but at the moment you don't see any weird old timey cameras.
Yeah.
No one's in the corner painting photos of every moment.
So Eustacio is just like gonna walk over. Is like, amigo, no, you're going into the middle. Try like, oh, what's this? Stop running into the door. It's not going to do anything for you.
Oh.
Hey, it's people that are smarter than me. ¿Qué es eso? Pointing the old.
Hey, Eustacio, there's value in letting out your emotions. I think we can all
Can
agree. We're getting kind of emotional, surrounded by all this delicious honey. But what is that thing?
Yeah, can I see if I can figure out what that is?
Please roll your criminal roll.
Cool.
So 1d6.
And then I got a 6.
Reroll it then.
5.
5. You're the thief. So please roll 2d6 to try to figure out what this item is.
So I got a 7, and my criminal skill is a 3.
Oh, sorry, you picked the lowest. Sorry, not you.
Oh, you picked the lowest? Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. I just wasn't sure. So I got a 2.
2. That'll do.
I was like, wow, this is gonna be really hard because if we went all together.
Yeah. So you kind of fiddle with it a little bit with your polar bear paws and claws. And you're like, oh, this looks like some sort of gas canister. But then as you twist it, it comes apart into 2 pieces. You're not quite sure what the 2 pieces are, but you definitely can tell there's like something inside it that, like, it's been built into both halves of the canister that aren't whatever the gas was. There's, like, you can tell that the gas parts are gone. As a thief, you've probably used gas before. More probably you've used natural gas as a bear, but you know.
Someone apparently wanted us to have a very good time in this vault. We have all been guessed. Can I tell what else might be in this thing?
You're not super sure. You're not quite sure yet.
I'll play around with it and be like, one of the little ones, I need your small hands.
I got opposable thumbs.
Yes, those would be helpful.
Boba the Kid, please roll 1d6 to discover your criminal role.
Okay, you said reroll if you get a 6, right?
Yeah. Reroll if you get
6.
a 1, 5, or a 6.
I keep rolling 6s.
Or 2 that time.
Okay, 4.
4, you're the hacker.
Oh no.
Dangerous thing for you to have. Yeah, okay, listen. This is the oldish, timey-ish West-ish. It's a little anachronistic. It is full of bears. It is full of honey. It's not of the Old West as we might recognize it, but it is old enough that for you to be a hacker, that really means one thing and one thing only: demolition. And oh boy, these are 2 tiny little bombs. Probably just enough to each of them explode, or you could probably each handle.
Okay, so I take them, right? And I go, you know, there's a reason why they call me Boba the Kid. And I and they look like tapioca pearls that you would put in and they're just as sticky. Because I totally can please. It makes no sense, but please. And I guess I choose violence. I will am I still being held actually?
That's a good question. Waffles?
No, I would have let you up once you were asked to deal with this mysterious canister.
Okay, I waddle over. I pick up the dynamite. I waddle to the door. I slap the dynamite there. I waddle back, and this is ye old time. So I guess the there's, God, what is it called? The string, you know?
Fuse.
The fuse?
Ooh, thank you.
Yes.
Words are gone today. But yeah, and the fuse is just like following me around. And then I go, you might want to brace yourself.
Oh, for what?
and I take out a match from my hat where I store all my things. And I guess the floor would work, right? Nope. Are any bears here wearing shoes?
No.
No, right?
I look down.
I mean, we've all got.
You are all wearing
got-
hats, though.
We've all got very rough paws, probably.
Yeah, you could
check out the paw pad.
Yeah, so I can get some pop at, yeah.
Give me one of your pants.
Hey, hold up my hand.
And I light it, just
Mhm.
and then I put it against the fuse, and I let it go. And in my eyes, you can see the flame of anarchy and chaos burn bright.
Yes,
Oh,
the
what?
large
What is
fellow.
that?
You might want to get away from the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, I slowly back away from the door.
Yes.
Boba. Oh, but this isn't a repeat of the incident out east, is it?
I feel so bad because I'm incompetent, so I feel like Big Dude's just sitting there like, what's happening?
Hey, big dude, Ben para acá.
Large,
Come over here.
large fellow, get away. Go over here.
Okay, I'm coming. I can just hustle over with my Big Dude self.
I want to walk over to Boba the kid and reach into their apron pocket and just pull out a mini concha for them. Just like, hey, smart kid.
Oh, Benny. And I take it. It's the wrong word, I know, but I take it and I put it in my hat for safekeeping,
Yes.
The bombs go off, and there is a big shake. The air fills with dust. You get like weird, instantly vaporized honey filling your nostrils and washing through. For a minute, you see nothing, and then you just hear as the vault door falls in on its or out on itself and flops onto the floor, and the dust settles, and you look out. You're not in the bank. In fact, you can hear it now that you're no longer surrounded by, 3 feet of solid steel. You're on a train. It's moving.
Whoa, this is bad!
This is very. Did anyone have train on their bingo card?
No! I
just
had
into apron.
caravan. What?
Twain.
No.
What?
No.
Waffles, we gotta scram! We gotta get out of here!
The honey.
Can I roll for my roll to see if I'm... I guess there's only 2 remaining, the brains
Well,
or the
last 2,
driver.
yeah. Waffles and you both roll 2d6 to see who's the brains and who's the... Not 2d6, sorry. Well, roll as many times as it takes to find out who's the brain and who's the driver.
Okay. I got a 2.
Okay. You are the brains, Waffles, you are the driver.
Perfect.
On a train.
Waffles, was this your plan? Is this the getaway car?
It could be.
It seems a little. How do you say it? Inconspicuous to be getaway car.
Hey, Waffles.
Yeah? What's
I'm
up,
just
bro?
I'm gonna tap my shoulder and be like, hop on, I'll get you to the front. If anyone's in the way, I'm gonna just flex.
Yeah. Hold on, big dude. Hold on. Wait. As your brains, I suggest we take this a little bit more cautiously. We don't know who's on this train. We don't know if they know we're inside the vault or if they just picked up the vault of their own volition. Did anyone see us come in?
Last thing I remember, we were
Eustacio?
in back.
Well, Eustacio, you're the face. You're supposed to set up a distraction. Did anyone look while we were creeping in?
Ferris, what do we
No sé.
remember from before this, actually?
I'm just sort of like improvising what our plan was.
Yeah, and
I
just
can
like
totally retcon anything.
he starts just like no say sorry. All the honey I got to. Anyways, what was your idea?
My idea, I think we should stealth around. No one knows we're in this vault. The hinges
Yes.
are blown off, so we can get in and out easily, but we should see who our company is, if you know what
Yes,
I mean.
we should not make lots of noise. We should be quiet like large mouse.
That's Eustacio looks at himself. Are you okay? No, I take that as a compliment. Gracias.
I'm waddling away. I was left unsupervised. I've waddled away. I made a hole in the wall, so I've gone through it.
Reminds me also, Boba, please, this would be a good point from bear into criminal, because your plan went spectacularly.
Ooh.
It
So
went
does-
explosively well.
So does this does this mean the bear goes down one and
Correct. Bear goes down and criminal goes up. So you have a higher chance of succeeding a criminal and a lower chance of succeeding a bear.
Okay, cool. Yes, back to waddling. I'm waddling away. And I go through the hole I've sort of made. So I guess I've more in the train parts. What do I see?
Yes, so you are looking around the car you're presently in, or did you say you were going to...
I think because I'm small, it would take a bit. So I guess I'm still in the cart. I'm just very unsupervised.
You are in a very, a basic box car. I don't know if they were made out of metal back then. We're gonna say, no, we're gonna say it's a wooden boxcar. I feel like that sounds right. That seems like what happened in some Old West movie I saw a long time ago. Anyway, you're in a wooden boxcar. There is a door on either end. Most of it is taken up with the vault, which was quite large. Also, besides holding so much honey, it also held, I think there's 6 of you, 6 bears. So, like, big old vaults. The big round door is now lying face down on the ground. Most of the bears are probably standing on it. There's not a lot else in here. Just the door. And the sound of the countryside rattling past as the continues along its way. That's what trains sound like, I'm pretty sure.
Why does this train sound like it's beatboxing?
No, I think it's the person in the other room.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're watches us all.
Yeah,
understood.
yeah. I think
you listen very closely. You can hear a man going chicka 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 chicka. Yeah. Someone else is like, "You're so bad at this, Rob."
You're doing great.
So which door are you going to, little Boba?
I'm going to the front.
Beatbox in peace.
The front door. As a word of advice, that is the door that the beatboxing is coming.
Well, I gotta go check it out.
Sure.
Boba, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Big dude, you should at least accompany them as muscle.
I don't know. Actually, no, it's be entertaining.
Just tell me what to punch and I'll punch it.
Okay.
Punch any humans, unless they look rich.
No, punch them as well, so then we could take them.
Yeah,
I was thinking we could maybe try to, what's it called? Not embezzle, the other one. What am I thinking of?
Hostage?
Impersonate? Oh.
Yes, all of those words, yes.
You got me. It's okay. It's
Okay, you go to open the door, and you find that it is in fact locked.
Not for long. Can I punch it down?
You can attempt to. I guess. Roll for criminal. Let's make this criminal because you're trying to break through a door. You're trying to break and enter. That's a criminal. That's a crime.
All right. Do I get the 2d6?
Because you're a muscle. Yes, you do.
Yes, fantastic. Come on, dice. Please don't roll another 5 to 6. Okay, so the first one's a 3, so I think I'm good. Because my stats are 3.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You just barrel your way through this door. It flies off. You see it catch the wind, and the wind just down the side of the train. And you hear like a chorus of, what was that? Did somebody hear a bear? And there is you are now out of the car on like a little like a landing. There's not. It's a people-sized landing, not a bear-sized landing. Just it'll be a close shave, I suppose. There's a bit of a gap for the coupling link, and then you can step over to another landing platform wherein there is another door. And as you are taking all of this in, the other door slides open, and you see a human man in a cowboy hat and like what's he got? He's got on chaps and like a leather duster, and he sees you and goes, "Oh crap! There's a bear!"
I point and I go, "Bring me his head. I will see the crimson blood leak from you."
Oh, so cute! The big one's terrifying though. Oh my gosh. What was that?
Where did Boba learn all these words?
Wait, Ferris, I need to ask something. Can humans understand what we're saying or not? Because we're just bears, right?
You're bears. Yeah, you can maybe sort of... Wait, how is it phrased?
It's
you're
like
not a
you
talking bear per se, but you can sort of mangle human speech through your bear mouth, maybe. Question mark? That is how it works.
Can I wave at the dude?
Yeah, you wave at the dude. He draws his revolver.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Go shoot it? What do I do? And from behind him, you hear this big, deep voice kind of rumble. Is it just that? Then get rid of it. Kind of sounds like John Wayne, I guess.
Oh
It was
wow.
a poor John Wayne impression, but
I'm gonna shout out, decouple the cars! And I'm gonna like run forward and try to decouple the cars.
I will. Can I attempt to help with that?
yeah. Go ahead and that sounds like a criminal action. Brains,
I-
go ahead and criminal it.
Because I'm trying to be smart about it. Could I roll 2d6?
Yeah, I will allow that.
Okay.
Do I just roll 1d6?
There's not really like an aid feature, so I will just say you can be like coverage. So when they start
Yeah.
shooting, you know,
Yeah, cool. I can
maybe
do
they
that.
don't shoot the brains.
Nice. I got a 3.
Okay,
That's good.
that is your current criminal stat. Okay, you reach down with your bare paws. The guy in the door starts shooting. The what is your name? Kodiak, Comrade Kodiak kind of like stands in front and just sort of. Actually, Kodiak, go ahead and roll bear for me while you're doing that. As the brains reaches down with your claws, and just wrenches the coupling apart. I don't know. They're like those little sticks. It never looks that hard if you have strength. I've never done it. And
I think
just
if I
sort
do
of-
that, I'm shouting, I read how to do this in Outlaw magazine!
and it just and you watch as the train begins to pull away and you begin to just coast to a stop, and as this happens, Kodiak, what did you get from bear?
For bear?
Yeah.
I got a 3.
Okay, yeah, they're shooting bullets at you and you're just kind of like staring them in the eye like, okay, bring it. And as
I
you
am
watch
there.
the front path of the train pull away, you see the guy who's shooting at you kind of stand to the side as out of the car, this enormous individual like ducks his head under the door frame and then stands up to like a full 8 foot max. 8 foot. It's like 7 foot height. Very tall, 7 foot height. There we go. Just big, huge, built like a brick man with this very full beard and hair and this long black leather coat and a cowboy hat at like a slight angle. And he kind of like shoulders his rifle, watches you all as the train pulls away, and just gives a begrudging nod of respect before he turns back in.
Man, I feel like we just turned down the main quest or something like that. That kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, it's fine.
So, now that we've decoupled the train, how do we get anywhere?
Yeah, that was my getaway plan.
What? Oh, well, can't you make this one work? I only read about how to decouple the trains, not how they work.
Compadre.
pull it. Can I pull a train?
No.
Piece.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Well,
Yes.
please
let this work.
well, the first thing you'd want to know is how much train are you pulling?
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
because if it's one compartment and one very, very large buff grizzly bear, I'd argue maybe.
But we're still attached to the back half of the train, right? Or the back part of the train? We just
is
decoupled
this-
from the front?
Mm-hmm.
So
in fact,
there
it's
are
around
a-
this time that you hear the door to the back of the compartment open, and
Oh,
like
boy.
5 dudes come in, dressed similarly to the first guy who was like shooting at you. You know, they've got like the brown dusters on and the cowboy boots, and they're like, "What's going on? What happened to the vault? Is that a bunch of bears?" They are.
I wave at them.
One of them waves back.
No!
And he's like elbowed really hard by like his fellows. Like, no, you're supposed to shoot them. They're bears.
No, I
And then you hear another one go, "Where's the rest of the train?"
Eustacio is gonna walk, like, kind of start walking towards them. And by the way, they'll notice that a capybara is approaching them, but they're wearing a very cute chef's hat, and they're very charming.
Adorable.
And Eustacio is gonna kind of scurry past them into the other car, as if like waving them to follow.
Why don't you give me what is your bear skill is friendly, correct?
No, we did a evading.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so in that case, roll for face. It's a 2d6 and pick your. Oh, brains. Brains, go ahead and you can move a point from bear to criminal for your excellent plan working without a hitch.
Nice.
I got a 2.
2. Is that beneath your criminal stat?
Yes, because it's currently at 3.
Stellar. Yeah, you just wave them in. I don't know. I'm picturing like that Ratatouille moment where Remy's taking, the care of the kitchen and like all the humans are just like, yeah, all right, let's do this now. We're following a rat.
Yeah, no, exactly. And Eustacio waves them in and just like waits till they're a little bit in the car and just like holds up a paw as if to like wait a second. And reaches into the apron, which they realize and they also have an apron. And it's gonna pull out just like a couple of pan dulce and hold them out to the biggest person.
The biggest person kind of like looks at it and she kind of like cocks her head to the side, and then this like scrawny like young guy like reaches over and like picks one up. He's like, what? They're free. And starts eating it.
Mm-hmm. As soon as they're distracted by eating, I want to scurry back into the thing, close the door behind me, and yell, Connie, what was your bear's name?
Brains the brains.
Brain. Oh, it's just Brains. Okay. Just Brains. I need you to uncouple this one too. Need to lock them in.
You got it. I never thought that this skill would come in handy, but I guess that's what I get for learning how to be literate.
And I walk over to the top of the desk, and I do
okay. Yeah, you've got the hang of it now, so you managed to uncouple it, and it slows down a little bit faster than you do because you are on a lighter train car now because there's less train. And as you're kind of looking, you can see a few cars were attached to it. If you had an estimate, you'd probably be like 7, 8, 9, 10, probably about 10 cars behind you.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
And we're just sort of in the middle of where the train is and the other cars.
I think we're still decelerating, right?
Yeah.
You're slowly decelerating at a faster rate than the rest of the cars, but the rest of the train is just continuing onward, and all around you it is, like, I don't know, let's say Colorado. Just, it's kind of deserty. You're kind of in like maybe it's Montana. You don't know. It's wide, it's flat, it's hot. There's not a lot going on.
What's in Montana?
What else is in this this room with us?
The vault. That's it. Just the vault.
Does anyone here know how to do engineering? And it's just a vault. The vault is like a separate thing within the car, right?
Yes, it's a separate thing within the car. It is filled with honey. You have so much honey.
Filled with honey. So much honey. And does like the vault have like other things on it? Like, is this literally just like they ripped it out of the friggin' bank?
Yeah, they took it out of the bank. They put it on a train car. They loaded it up and left. Is what it seems to be.
Maybe we can build some sort of contraption that we can put in front, and maybe we can like power it through motion.
We had one of those, and you decoupled it.
Yes,
I'm
but
sorry,
maybe
I was thinking in the heat of the moment.
we could build one with spare parts and shit.
Hey,
Can't you just pull the train?
No.
I don't think so.
No, completely.
The vault
Can
is
I
going
try?
to be too heavy.
They
No,
can try, can't they?
You can absolutely try.
you can.
Let's not try to shut down their dreams here, friends.
Okay.
Big dude.
For big dude not dead.
If you want to try to pull this car,
Yeah.
you can do so. Given that you are a bear and your best strength is like pulling on all fours, you will have to have other bears hold you to the train.
Can we
Unless
use some honey to like keep our hands on them, Tiki?
Yeah.
I think I want
Allow
to
that.
continue with my idea of trying to build like, you know how like some trains have like the lever thing that goes back and forth that moves.
That's coal powered.
No, I mean there's like the like some they have like the
Oh,
lever
like
car.
Those
Well,
one. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. The handle.
Yes.
Hold on. You're good
If we
with
can-
mechanical things, right? As our hacker, do you think you could make something that Comrade Kodiak is suggesting?
Yes, I have
Help out our muscle
ideas,
here.
but I have no idea how to do it.
Hey.
Wait, I thought I was the hacker.
Yeah, you're the hacker.
You're the hacker.
Yeah, that's right, Boba.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to me. Okay, well, Boba
Yeah, I'm
is a
talking to you.
child, and Boba was sitting and watching and waiting, and then as you speak, Boba will look up at you and just go, "It's only simple rocket science, but okay."
What's a rocket?
Science.
Ah.
I am godless.
I don't understand it.
Same.
I will. Okay, let's have multiple things happen here at the same time. Big dude, if you're able to pull the train, it will not be for very long because, even though you are a big, strong bear, it is also a very heavy train car filled with a very heavy vault and also some heavy bears because bears are by nature quite large, and two of them are polar bears. Okay, but you can absolutely make an attempt. This would be, I can't think of anything other than this being bear.
True.
So please roll bear.
Your
for this.
bear ingenuity.
I will homebrew something here. Well, we'll see how this goes first before I start getting too clear.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Boba the kid is going to try to hack the vault to pieces to create one of those little lever thingies? Question mark?
Yes.
Okay. So I will have you be doing criminal actions here. So you will be rolling criminal, and I will let you do a 2d6 because you are hacking, so to speak. Anybody else interested in doing something while those two are doing those things?
I would just like to help Boba because I have big, strong polar bear health. I mean, I can be the one that's taking apart the vault.
In that case, why don't you roll for bear to tear the vault apart? I think I said it was like 3 feet of iron, but that's okay. We'll ignore that. We're gonna just wash that over. Anybody else want to do?
Can I climb on top of the train car and see if I can see anything around us that would be useful, like horses or...
I was so close to knowing what you were doing, and then you changed it at the last second, and I'm a tiny bit disappointed. I thought you were going to try to drive Big Dude, but it's okay. Yes, you may do that.
But there's no assistance mechanic. Can I try?
That was why I'm like, I'm gonna homebrew something so you can drive Big Dude. But no, we'll make this work. Yes, you may try to look for horses, or something. Bears use eyes. Why don't you roll for bear?
I got a 1 for my bear roll.
All right.
I also got a 2 for my bear roll, so I guess we're both unbearably good at this.
Nice. Okay, so Big Dude, you are pulling away. I don't know how you're connected to the train. It's not important. You just are. It's very slow. It helps that the train is already moving, so you're able to use the current action to pull it along further, or maybe you're pushing it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Meanwhile, I'm sorry, my brain is trying to remember bear names that I just learned today. Comrade Kodiak!
Yep.
Comrade, you are pulling apart with your massive polar bear claws, which are, I believe they're 5 inches long, and the paws themselves are 8 inches.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's absurd. I have put my hand in the paw print of a polar bear, and it was kind of terrifying, to be honest. And you're shredding through. The vault door is your best entrance because that's where people put blowtorches to anyway. And you're stripping off the mechanisms that made it turn in the first place, and that little wheel is coming into pieces. How is the hacking going?
Once again asking. So, because I'm rolling 2d6, do I take the highest?
Yes. Or no, you take the lowest, actually.
The lowest. Okay, then 1.
1.
Nice.
Perfect. I assume that is below your criminal skill. So that is going to be, as the pieces are coming apart, you're pushing them together, I don't know, using honey, perhaps, to weld them into place.
Oh, yes. I'm using the honey. I'm and I'm totally just putting some in my mouth too. But I'm rubbing it in, and then I'm sticking it, and sometimes I will need one of you to like hold the piece correctly. I'll be like, oh, turn it, okay, to the left, okay. And then I slab the honey on it. Best way to put it is I'm doing my absolute fucking best.
Astounding. Yes, and it is going marvelously well. You three can all move a point into criminal from there because all of your plans are working really well. Meanwhile, up on top of the train car, we have Waffles. How'd you roll, Waffles? With your bear eyes?
5 there.
Oh, your bear eyes are very... Actually, I'm pretty sure bears are notoriously nearsighted, so... you said 5, right?
5.
Yeah.
Can I join Waffles up there?
Yeah. 100.
Yeah, I think Brains is just gonna like dig into the side of this like wooden train car, and I pull myself up onto the roof where maybe Waffles is sort of squinting around at the vistas around, and I turn and I say,
it's one damn glorious, beautiful, blurry vista, isn't it?
It is, but there are no horses. I can't see anything. What are we gonna drive? How do we get out of here?
Hey, listen to me, Waffles. I'm so sorry about decoupling the car. Sometimes I'm smarter than I am wise, you know.
I know, it's okay.
Hey, I appreciate what you do on this team, and I'm sorry I took our escape route away from you.
I appreciate your apology. Waffles looks like they're gonna cry.
Hey, don't get soft on me, kid. You know, in my old job, if you cried, they'd cut out your eye. That's why I have both eyes.
You never cried?
Never in my life. I repress all emotion. That's what makes me so smart. All of those emotions building up in my brain, making it huge.
That sounds unhealthy. I'll call while pulling the train.
Hey, keep pulling the train, big dude. We don't pay you to talk.
I'm gonna.
You don't pay me.
While this talk is happening, Eustacio is gonna throw up some pan dulce to just. If you eat, you'll both feel better, and maybe you will cry. Crying's not that bad, comrade. Oh, the other one's comrade.
Kodiak's comrade.
You're not comrade? Oh, the hat. Different hat. Pardon.
Yes, the top hat. Also the scar.
The scar. Oh, yes. Still, Pandus is good for the eyes, probably.
Well, thank you. Oh, speaking of the eyes,
I'm gonna hang off the top of this box car. Ferris, are there any human words on the car, the train car, that might indicate who?
Ooh, roll brains. Try to ascertain if there's writing.
I assume this is criminal?
Yeah, yes, this would be criminal, yes. But you can roll 2d6 for being a brains action.
I got a 2.
All right. There is printed along the side, and you kind of have to, like, move a bit because it's printed so large. And it just says Gold Town.
Are we familiar with Gold?
Yeah, I would say you're familiar with Gold Town. There are 2 towns in this old honey west that have the most honey in town. One of them is Capital Town, where you robbed the bank and ended up locked in the vault and somehow on a train. The other one is Gold Town, which is where Goldie Barris, who hired you for this job in the first place, was telling you to meet her when you were successfully done heisting the honey.
Oh, nice. I pull myself back up and I relay this to the entire team, but I relay it to Waffles first.
Guess what, Waffles? This track's headed straight for Gold Town.
So if Big Dude can pull us all the way there, we just have to follow the track.
Exactly! We're saved! Halaberia!
I don't think I can get us all the way there. I'm very tired.
I believe in you, buddy.
We believe in you, big dude. Also, Boba, comrade, how's the Terran and Warren coming along?
Well, how is it, GM?
It's coming along pretty good. You feel...
good luck.
It's Craig. It's irrelevant.
Just Craig. No one cares.
Important.
One day we're gonna have a guest named Craig, and this is gonna be really awkward.
They know what they've done.
Yeah, you have nearly finished assembling it. It'll take It'll take some strong bears to keep it going, or turns, or both. But you only need a little bit more time to complete this. Well, it's complete. You just have to attach it to the train car in such a way as to make it work, which will probably require connecting it to the wheels.
It's done, but we gotta put it on the twain.
Hey guys, you know what I think we should have? I'm gonna call like out loud. We should have a honey snack break. I'm hungry.
I don't know if time is break, but maybe when we get back to town, we take break. We are kind of in
Eustacio, you love
danger.
food. Oh, sorry. I missed. Okay, sorry, can we work on that? I didn't realize it was Aubrey speaking.
It's okay.
I still say we have a snack break. It's been a long day.
If Big Dude wants to have a snack break, we should have a snack break. You try pulling the car then.
I think we all just need to have a snack and relax a bit.
Big Dude, are you trying to voluntarily move a point into the bear?
I want honey.
Okay.
We crave honey.
You can absolutely. I mean, you have a vault full of it.
Yeah, I'm taking a break and I'm eating honey. If you guys want to join me, my paws are very open and filled with honey for you also to have. Now move that point because I would like to be a bear.
Absolutely. You get to move 1 point from criminal to bear after you eat honey voluntarily.
Well, I finished my part of the job. So, if anyone deserves honey, it is me, who is 3 years old, probably less. And I'm gonna waddle over and get the honey and eat it. Yeah. I was like, what do you guys do with honey? I was like...
They eat it. You can also voluntarily move a point from criminal to bear if you so choose.
I think
love honey.
The comrade is going to attempt to get this machine out in front of the train and connect it up.
Eustacio will help. Phil.
Hey.
Sure. Why don't you both roll for criminal to try to connect this mechanical mechanism to a train car to make it into a vehicle.
I got a 4, which is my criminal skill.
Hey, that it will do. That won't do. It's okay though.
I think I'm just hanging off the thing as Cody picks it up and moves it around.
Yeah, you have your little arms on it and your little legs are dangling. I guess they're all legs really, but you know. As Kodiak kind of lifts it around, and I have zero concept of how this would ever attach to an already existing train car, but that doesn't even matter. I don't know. You punch a hole through the middle of it and do stuff. I don't know enough about trains to even guess. You do the thing. It happens. You successfully make this into one of those pump cars. I don't even remember what they're called.
Levers.
And it is there. What is it called? Hand car. Pump car is also a term for it, actually. So yeah, a hand car, pump car, you have it. You have both. I mean, it's fun. And you are ready to go if you want.
All right.
Who wants to help me with this other side so we can, as the kids say, it's doom.
I'm filled with honey. I'm ready to work.
Eustacio is actually already on the other side, but has the full body weight on it and nothing's happening.
I will go over to help. I'll just pick up Eustacio. I'm just gonna put him on my shoulder and start doing it like it's okay, dude.
I think it'd be hilarious if it's just Comrade on one side, Eustacio, then Comrade's doing all the movement. Eustacio's just sort of flapping in the wind.
Poor Eustacio. Yeah, I would say between the three of you, you managed to get the thing moving. It's hard at first because, you know, you've lost the momentum from Big Dude since Big Dude stopped for a snack, and so you have to go from a standstill to motion. And it's just, you know, frustrated bear noises. But I don't think it's required to roll for if you can move a handle up and down. And gradually, the car begins to pick up speed, and you are trundling along down the tracks. And as you do, and set off for places known, in fact, we will jump back in time a little bit. We're going to go outside of the regular of the regular flashbacks to yet another flashback. To a moment not so long ago, probably only a few hours, in fact, as you all gather in an empty alleyway between two dusty wooden buildings in the middle of Capital Town. And the Brains has just drawn a map on the ground, and if it is to be believed, the Capital Town Bank is just a few streets over. Now all you have to do is get to it. Through a city full of people, and you are 6 bears. And bear-adjacent creatures.
All right, fellas. If we pull this off, it'll be the greatest heist that bear kind has ever known.
Mm-hmm.
So did we ever decide what idea we're going with? I still vote we do the, like the traffic cone thing where we all hide and we like move across the street.
Kodiak, I still think that plan is not good.
I mean, I haven't heard any better ones.
I just don't like triangles, okay? Just stop bringing them up.
Also, you are very, very big, compadres. And big traffic cones, how do you say, are conspicuous.
I'm genius. I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth.
So
I say it, but I don't do it. Because I would never do that without someone's consent.
Eustacio just nods solemnly, just like, later, after we get all the honey. Anyways, so was the plan that we...
Hey everybody, Aubrey here with a fun little announcement. Goblets and Gaze is now an affiliate over at Adventure Dice, and we know how much we all love those math rocks. So if you need some new math rocks in your life, go over to adventuredice.ca and in the checkout code, enter our promo code GOBLETS for 10% off. But also, they have dice. They have other TTRPG accessories and tabletop goodies, dice trays, condition rings, and things like that, little spell casting stuff. Great stuff there. Go check them out and support our show. Thank you.
Eustacio nods solemnly and just goes, so I think the plan we were going with is one where we dig a tunnel under everything, right? And then we end up inside the vault.
I will say,
I do like
the building next to you, on one side is a whiskey store, on the other side is a I just forgot the name as I went to say it. It's not a haberdashery, but it is a place that sells hats.
But not a haberdashery.
Millinery. It's a millinery. That's what it is. And they're not. But millineries are.
Oh. Yes, so we go to the store next door. We all get hat disguises so they don't recognize us. Then we go through the tunnel.
I like that. I like that.
That's a glorious plan. And once we're inside, we're gonna be making a lot of noise by trying to break into that bank vault. And just in case, do you think you could put up a plan B, a contingency plan, if you will, to distract any humans that might be around once we pop out of the tunnel?
Kid just raised my paw. Hi, I'm plan B.
B stands for bear.
B stands for big dude.
What do you think, Eustacio?
Yeah, if, again, we have the hat, so they won't recognize them.
Yes, if we have hat, we are human.
Yes, yeah.
Bears
exactly.
don't wear hats.
I think the only animal that wears hats I've seen, and we're not dogs.
Ooh, dogs.
Aren't you a dog?
No.
Eustacio?
No. I'm
A coconut dog.
That sounds racist.
Actually, now that you bring it up, Waffles, your hair is kind of spiny, like a coconut.
Eustacio looks under the apron, which you're actually still wearing. It's like, I'm not a dog. And they make animal sound, which sounds like a barking dog, actually. See?
Uh-huh. Sure. And I scribble in human, like, on a piece of parchment, like, behind my back, like, dog, ? And then Eustacio. I turn down and I face Waffles.
Well, hold on. Are you a bear? I mean, I was just gonna sort of accept you onto the team because you're a kick-ass driver, but
Of course I'm a bear. Look, I'm a panda, just like Boba. Big Dude is my sibling, my older brother.
Yeah, but there's something a little. You're kind of small, and your tail's really long.
You got a problem with waffles?
No, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure we're all bears here.
We're all bears here.
Except for Stasio.
Do you like honey?
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
Honeydew, honey, watermelon.
Sure, yeah, that sounds fine.
Are you going into the millinery shop to steal hats?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Can't we buy hats?
I just walk in like,
buy
yes.
hats? With
Yes,
what money?
I'll leave an acorn and 2 chestnuts on the table.
Just walk in like, yes, I am normal human looking for hat.
Well, the poor shopkeep looks at you, looks at the sounds you're making, looks at the acorn and the chestnuts that an even bigger bear has put on the counter, and then just goes, "Paid enough for this," and walks out the back door.
Dude, I like you. You're very smart.
You are free to take your pick of hats to properly disguise yourselves as humans.
Wait, he left, right?
Yeah, they're gone.
Now, I may not be the smartest bear, but I heard that these boxes, I'm gonna tap the cash register, hold these green squares. And I heard these green squares can be exchanged for honey sometimes, depending on location. Should we take the green squares?
Oh, yeah. Now that you bring it up, I read about it in an Outlaw magazine. They call it money, because it rhymes with money.
Yes.
Oh.
Green, you say?
Apparently people like this green square a lot that they'll give honey for it.
May I have a green square?
Sure, let me get the box open. Can I open the
Are you just gonna bang on top and hope it goes ding?
Yeah, I'll just rip it open if I have to.
Yeah, you just slam a paw into the top and it just goes ding, and the drawer slides open and money just kind of pops out in like a poof. You know how money does.
This is the green stuff.
I put it in my mouth.
No! Success.
What does it taste like?
Tastes like paper and ink.
Ew.
A little clocky.
Ew.
It's not like the normal paper. It doesn't dissolve right. It stays. It
Bleh.
doesn't really dissolve at all.
That.
Oh, is it made of bamboo, Boba?
No, I thought it was.
Oh,
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
stupid paper. And I throw it, but because it's like in pieces and also wet, it's now stuck to me.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I think Eustacio is going to grab a handful of.
Yeah, if we go to a place that has people and honey, if we give them those squares, they might give us the honey, is what I heard.
Oh, smart thinking, big dude. Let's ransack this place for green squares.
Yeah!
You rob them of all of their money. You steal their hats. I just kind of like picture like a Vegas montage a little bit of just like some like hip-hoppy pop music in the background as money is flying, and you have like boas and hats and different like flash moments of like
It's
more
absolutely
ridiculous
Money by Cardi
poses.
B.
Yes. I mean, there's a whiskey store next door. Like you have a little party, and then you get back to it.
Exactly.
Brief little montage of that.
These green squares will come in handy later in the story, I believe.
Story?
One way to find out.
Don't worry about it.
And with your hats in tow, I would like all of you to roll criminal, please.
Nice.
Okay.
As you make your way through the city to the bank with cash to burn and hats upon our heads.
That's a 1, baby.
You.
I got a 3.
Hey.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I got a 2.
And Waffles?
1.
1. Everybody manages to pull off the human look. You manage to, you're bear, so it makes it really easy to do the cowboy swagger, the little bow-legged cowboy swagger from sitting on a horse too long. And so you've got that going, you've got your hats. If anybody looks at you funny, you throw a piece of paper at them, and they kind of like take it and look the other way. The only one who's not managing this human masquerade would be Estacio. Sorry, I forgot what your name was for a second. Estacio. And but that's okay, because every time someone like looks at the group of bears, they all see Estacio and go, "Oh, it's a cute little puppy," and then they move along their merry way as they're handed $100 bill.
Eustacio just like it's every time they just grumble something, but again, to everyone else, it just sounds like light barking.
Listen, I'm just saying, if I was minding my own business and a bear walked by but handed me $100 bill, I would simply look away too.
Great. You have paid them for their silence. You have reached the bank. There is a moat around the bank, and there is a bridge where people seem to be going in and out. How would you like to enter the bank?
All right, friends. Yes, our disguises are working.
Woo!
Let's just
Is the moat connected to anything, or is it just a security moat?
It's just a security moat.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna tunnel? I completely forgot about the tunnel thing while we were having that Vegas-style party.
You wouldn't.
It's fine. We got some good disguises.
All right, fair enough.
I shake some sequins off of my fur. Right in.
Okay. You strut in. The rest of you follow suit. The bank manager sees you all and kind of comes running out. It's a portly little man in a little suit with like a bolo tie and a tiny pair of pince-nez? The little tiny glasses without frames. And he's got a little mustache, and he says, "Oh, can I help?"
Eustacio reaches into their apron, pulls out one of the green, hands it to them, and just starts walking towards the vault.
Yeah.
Is this a deposit? What is your account number? You there, dog?
Can I pull out my Glock now?
Oh my god!
That escalated from 0 to 100.
I think I'm desperately trying to push the Glock down as Boba's trying to lift it up, and I'm trying to push it down.
Please, both of you make criminal rolls.
Okay.
And whoever...
I have a quick question. Like, whenever we succeeded a criminal roll, does it mean our thing goes up?
Yes. If you
Okay, because I
succeed
feel like...
on... If your plan goes off without a hitch, is what it is.
okay.
So I don't know if it's necessary. I've tried it both ways, whereas every roll you make, you move your stat, and like every few rolls, when you complete a plan, it moves a stat. I would say the hat plan went successfully. So if you the impersonation went successfully. So if you passed the impersonate roll, you can move a plan into criminal. Move a point into criminal.
I think a lot of us are dangerously close to betraying the team.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm at 5.
Same.
Okay.
I'm at 6.
Oh no!
I tried to eat honey once to move it down. I'm at 6. Am I betraying the team now?
Yeah, I will say.
Flashback.
I will say that there was like honey whiskey in that store next door, and there was like honey behind the counter if you want to have eaten honey during the little Vegas party you had.
I will have eaten honey during the Vegas party. So
Paris, are you telling this child to drink?
There's actual honey.
Also honey behind the counter. I gave you both options.
No,
There's
I go for the
non-alcoholic
honey.
option.
I go for the honey whiskey because you guys are bad adults. And you didn't see.
We're not even adults. We're babies.
Or you can by all means attempt to betray the party, and we will deal with that because I think that would also be hilarious. So I will leave it to you.
I'm fine. But does that mean that this is a flashback within a flashback? Which means if we jump cut to present, I'm either reformed or still on the. Is that what
I'd be like, "Hey, Boba, remember when you tried to shoot me back in the bank? Bygones be bygones, eh?"
Yes. I have a plan if you wish to betray the party. Just one way to resolve that does not affect.
Yeah, let's betray the party then.
Okay. What did you roll to pull up your Glock?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, which was a success, I suppose. Auto success.
Yes.
And Connie, what did the brains roll for criminal?
A 1, my friend.
Criminal had the lower score. Brains had the lower score. So, Boba, you try to lift the Glock up at this poor bank manager, and Brains, you see it and you shove it down, and you watch as Boba's eyes dilate like a cat, like a cat, sure. And just like that mania just sort of enter as the lure of crime has become too great to bear.
Leave.
Boba, you are currently betraying the party. However, the Brains has your Glock.
I think what that one means is because it's a criminal movement and not just using force to like slap it out of your paw. I think my like claw hinges on like the release of the. Well, we're in the Old West, so I don't know how a Glock would fit in. If it was a revolver, then I'd like knock all the bullets out. I guess I remove the magazine.
I would say that is yes, definitely. I would say that you managed to just the switch, push the button, however they work.
Right.
Not a gun I'm familiar with. And the magazine, and maybe Boba pulls the trigger. Does Boba pull the trigger in this moment where everything is kind of blurred and happening at the same time?
I'm fine with one bullet being left in the chamber if you want to attack me, Boba.
Yeah, okay.
The gun goes off. Everyone starts screaming and running. The bank manager dives behind the counter. It's a the bullet enters your shoulder, Brains. You're a bear though, so like you take it. It's no big deal. Except for the fact that there is now blood on the white fur. Cinematic moments.
You have coaxed me for the last time, old man.
Boba, you're one messed up kid.
No, this is my origin story.
Wait, Boba, no, I always saw you as my own child. After we took you in, don't do this, Boba. Don't betray us.
You remember what happened back in the last time?
Bob,
The last town we were at?
We aren't even in the vault yet. What is the point of betraying us for nothing?
Because you'll get caught, and I'll be away. See you later, space cowboy, I run.
I think as they're running, Eustacio is gonna grab them by the collar, reach into their apron, and shove like this sweet bread that's like actually just covered in honey glazed.
Yes, that is exactly right. And I think in this moment, Stacy, just give me a criminal roll.
Okay.
Give me a 2d6. You're not evading, but you are stopping an evasion, so I will allow it.
Ooh, well, I got a 1.
Perfect. You do catch Boba the Kid as they make their break, and you give them this honey treat, which moves your stats back to 5.
And just Eustacio's like, Nino, just wait. You could betray us later. It's much more convenient. Just like, just have this. It'll be okay. We'll get into the vault. We'll need to run now.
Okay.
Rages induced from low blood sugar.
Yeah, pretty much. This was just a tantrum. Every time I betray you, it's a child tantrum.
And with that, we will return to the present, where you have been making good headway along the train track, moving the little pump car. Well, the vault car converted to a pump car and now bear-powered. The bear-powered pump car. And you are making your way. You picked up a steady pace. It helps that you've been going slightly downhill for a while. You cruise through a tunnel, and it's very dark and scary, but you come out okay. There is a brief moment where there's like a raccoon, and like you see like 7 pairs of eyeballs, and everyone kind of like looks at each other, and then it's a raccoon, and then he's gone. You know that moment that happens in tunnels and cartoons. And then you come out, and you see ahead of you the front of the train. It seems that maybe they have slowed down, you're not sure, but there's probably exactly 13 cars. 13 cars on the train ahead of you. And it is you're rapidly catching up to it, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, stop the pumping, stop the pumping. Let's scope out the situation.
Hey, I will stop. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
To be like, Dad, let me know what our next plan is.
The car begins to coast to coast to a stop.
This is me making up an excuse to go eat honey.
Well, hey, don't touch too much of the goods. We still have to give a good amount to Goldie Barris. Speaking of which, anyone remember where she agreed to meet us and when?
I thought that was your job to remember that.
I write everything down, and let's see if this is still in my fur somewhere.
And I dig through like my dirty fur and I pull out a crumpled piece of paper. Ferris, where did we agree to meet?
Town, where you assume these tracks are headed, based off of the writing on the side of the car.
Oh, we don't see a town? Like these cars in front of us are just stops?
They're not stopped, they are just, the train is going at a slower pace. It looks like they've slowed the train down to, like, crawl.
Okay, but they haven't reached a town.
Not yet. The train is, the tracks are kind of, like, curving around the side of, like, a butte.
Okay.
You know, and kind of out of sight. I guess you have been to Goldtown, and you know Goldtown is like on the other side of the butte, so you must be close to it. You've just got to cross over a canyon on the so
perfect.
Tracks go around the butte, canyon, bridge, Goldtown, and it looks like it has slowed down to a crawl, either because they're experiencing, I don't know, engineering troubles because half their train disappeared, or any other reason they might be slowing their progress.
Hold on, you don't think they're slowing down because they want to intercept us?
Probably.
Well, we should speed back up then and ram into them and drive them all the way to the town.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Actually, no, yeah, that's not a bad.
I do like that. Waffles, you're the driver here, so I'm going to trust your word on this.
Big Dude can see this
Say that in
going very bad very quickly, but Big Dude is not paid to think, therefore Big Dude will not have any commentary.
We have a vault that we can see.
That's true.
Not much of a vault anymore.
Vault adjacent.
Yeah.
Big Dude and whoever's strong, start pumping!
Alright, we can start pumping harder!
I'm
Kodiak
gonna climb on
Big Dude.
top.
I assume Kodiak. Oh yes, go ahead.
I want to climb on top of Big Dude and direct them in terms of just, encouragement, driving.
I think in this case, why don't you give me a driver roll? It'll be criminal, but you get a roll 2d6, take your lowest.
Well, Ferris, I rolled a 4 on both die, which is higher than my criminal stat.
Well, that is unfortunate. Oh well, you're giving bad directions, I guess. And they're still going. They're just before they were in perfect sync. One went down, the other went up. One went down, the other went up, and just back and forth and back and forth. And now they're like both trying to go up at the same time, and the hastily erected with mostly welded with honey device is kind of coming apart a little bit, and if they make one more pull out of sync like this, it is bound to take the handle right off.
Waffles, is the pump supposed to be making noises like this?
No, you two are too out of sync. You have to...
Oh no. Just like me with my ex.
I'm not your ex, though.
You were in the sink? That doesn't seem good for a bit.
Why don't Big Dude and
Yes.
Kodiak, both of you give me a single d6 roll, and Waffles, you can move a point from criminal into bear because your point is not going well.
I got a 2.
But if I get a 2, I got a 5.
Yes, you are both wildly out of sync with one another. The handle rips off.
Oh!
Oh, that is how you say problem.
Yeah.
At least you still have some motion left over, and you are gliding towards the train. You're perhaps 300 yards away from the train, but you won't have enough force to ram it, but you will probably make it to it. given the train speed, your train speed, and, general math problems, if anyone cared to do the math right now.
This is what we do. When we get close enough, we reconnect.
We're gonna smash into the back of that other train, comrade.
We may not be going fast enough. It may be like less of a smash and more of a nice, friendly tap.
But what if they're waiting for us? I say we take the bags we brought into the vault with us, heist this honey like we were supposed to, and hike it the rest of the way around this butte.
I wonder if we can give them green squares and they'll go.
You have green squares left, big dude? I just sort of threw them all up in the vault and said, "Eureka, success!" after we got in.
No, I've been saving my big squares because I wanna exchange the big squares for honey, but it seems big squares can also be exchanged for people leaving us alone.
I think Eustacio still has a bunch too, because everyone thought they were dogs and no one bothered them.
Eustachio, I admit that you are a lot better at talking to people than I am, and I will hand you my big green squares and be like, please, do what you were meant to do.
Big dude, no.
I know.
What's the plan?
I guess we will reconnect and I will go up and converse with them.
Okay. Who is going to recouple the cars as you come closer? You're probably 100 yards out, 75.
Boba, come over here. I want to show you how to do it.
I was gonna say I want to go. I waddle over. I look at the lever thingy that I made. It is now broken, correct?
Yes.
My lip quiver a little bit, but I brace myself because this was my origin story, and I go to brains.
All right, Boba. I always knew this day would come when I would try to teach you something, and then you would turn out to be an absolute natural at it. So one day the student might best the teacher, but we're not at that day yet because you're.
And I get down on one bare knee and I gesture at like the coupling device as we drift closer and closer to like that other train just routing the butte.
Just remember, hook it up here, bring it down, then smash that peg in.
Wait, but what if I betray you again? Because maybe I'm at a dangerous 5.
I put a bear paw on Boba's like tiny little shoulder, and my like gnarled like face sort of wrinkles as I look down at you, and I say,
I think it's been way too long that we've let parental figures traumatize us. It's time for you, kid, to traumatize us back.
No.
I believe in you. You want to do a face heel turn? Go for it.
Just have the honey stuff ready for me to throw my next big mind-blowing tantrum.
Oh yeah, I feel like this happens like every heist.
All right, the train comes coasting into the other train. It slows, it reaches, it bumps. You all kind of jolt a little bit. And I don't know, maybe Brains reaches over and grabs the other side, holds it steady. Boba, it is time to couple the trains together. Do you wish to eat honey before you roll for criminal?
We just stuff you into a honey pot and just be like, eat!
If they eat honey, it gets harder to succeed on the roll, I think it is.
Yeah.
This is why I ask.
I'll say no just because I'm fairly certain you guys will be able to convert me back.
Yeah, we just, as soon as you do it, we just dunk you into honey.
Then roll your criminal.
4.
You succeed. You follow those instructions perfectly, and they link together, and you pull back the lever, and you slam home the pin, and you're just filled with greed. As if you can do this, and if you can blow the vault door, and if you can make the lever, what do you even need a team for? As you from bear to criminal, and once again betray the party.
As big dude waffles the honey.
One second. As I finish, I stand up. My silhouette makes me look bigger than I actually am.
The sunset just perfectly angled.
Yes, my shadow creeping over. I turn my head slightly so you can see just beyond my shoulder. A glint in my eye as I bring down the cowboy hat and I go, never needed a team. And I pull out my Glock.
Tackle them again.
Just douse them. Like literally, I have a honey pot, and then I just, as soon as I do that, I just toss the honey pot on them, just douse them in honey.
Fair. Or I guess let everybody, anyone who's trying to save Boba from themselves, please roll bear.
I will not, because I feel like there's a bigger threat coming at us soon.
1. I do it.
Out of 5.
Hey.
I do not do it.
Eustacio's
Okay.
just walking past him.
That will do. The honey pot goes flying. It tips upside down. The lid falls away, and then just there's a honey pot. It's upside down. There is a tiny panda cub inside it.
I choose to stay inside it.
Very well. You all
It's
can
like,
carry a panda in a honey pot.
flip it over, put the lid on, and just be like, just eat your fill. Just eat until you feel less murdery.
I will say, since you're trapped in a honey pot, if you want to eat until you return to a starting point of 3 points, go for it. You even yourself out to 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that just because all I've been doing is rolling criminal, and I'm gonna assume I'm just gonna keep rolling criminal.
Yeah, you haven't really failed yet, in typical Aki fashion.
Yep.
Estacio, you have stepped forward to greet the door, correct?
Mm-hmm. And I think amongst all this, like maybe the if there's on the other side of the door, they hear the clinking and clinking of a honey pot. And Eustacio's gonna go over there, stand up proper, kind of like dust off their apron, and knock.
Yeah, you hear some like noise on the other side, like some walking. Nothing you can really pick up, and then you knock, and you hear all of the muffled talking just stop, and then there's a pause, and then the door slides open a little bit, and you see like a really scared face looking out, and he sees the car, and goes, "Oh, I thought it was ghosts," and he goes, "Wait, it's them bears! They're back!" And the door flies open, and you see about 3 of these guys in dusters and cowboy hats. You kind of like get the impression that maybe they are marshals. They all have like the little marshal star or whatever. And then standing behind them all, while sitting, he rises to his full height, is that massive dude that you saw standing from behind the train. And he looks at you all, well, mostly just you, and he says, "Yeah, you'd come back. Just can't make a clean getaway."
Sure.
Is
I think I'm gonna attempt to, and like capybara squeaking, ask, "Can I come in?"
They all kind of like look confused at this, but then the big guy just nods.
Cool. And I'm gonna walk in, go towards the big guy, and just like wave everyone else in, regardless of if they are aware of all the other bears or not.
As you go to, he says, "Matt, why don't you close that door?"
I don't like this, but okay.
The door slides shut, and you all watch as Estacio disappears inside.
Never to be seen again.
Go say that.
Hold on, what? Eustacio, anyone? I was distracted by all this honey. I'm sorry, I was just in a disassociated state. What happened with Eustacio? Where did they go?
He's gone to see if he can... Yes, comrade.
I believe they've gone to give some green squares to those nice people in the next room.
I see. I think perhaps we should wait maybe 3 bear minutes before going in, bears blazing to rescue them.
If I hear any noise, I am breaking that door down and breaking someone's head open. I am a bear after
You
all.
better. You better, big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Estacio, you are in a room full of humans.
And you said the other ones look like marshals?
Yeah, they all have like the little marshal stars on. So does the big guy. The big guy also has a marshal. You defer to him.
Okay. I think Eustacio would. Is there like, are they sitting down? Are they standing up? Is there like chairs?
He stood once you entered.
Okay, I'm going to stand in front of them, reach into the ape, and pull out a couple things. First is literally going to be just like a handful of money. Or, sorry, green squares.
Sure.
And wave it at them, just like, again, trying to mingle. You'll let us go for these, right?
And he kind of sits down, or kneels down, I suppose, so he's a little to your height, and looks at the green squares, looks at you. You trying to pay off the marshal there?
Is Marshall there your name?
Name's Marshall Bourne.
Sure. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I also have other things, and they're gonna reach into their apron pocket again. It's just like, I feel it's just like a bag of holding. It just has like so much bundle. And they're gonna pull out a couple of these little bundles there that looks like they're molasses covered. They're called merenitos. They just happen to look like piggies. And I'm going them to the marshal, and just also I baked goods.
And you hear one of the other guys go, Does that dog bake food? Does they bake? I didn't know dogs could bake. Not my dog to bake. And Marshal Bjorn looks at you, looks at the food, and says, You know, there's a warrant out for a couple members of your little gang. And I was hoping to collect on that. Not for you, though. You could get out scot-free if you leave the honey in the vault, leave the money on the table. I'll let you walk to the front of the car, and you can get off. And we'll just leave your friends in that back car. How about that?
Eustacio is going to be quiet for a bit because they were retired. This is one of their gigs that they're coming back for. And mulls it over. That's mainly because they're actually eating a piece of bread as well, so they're not going to talk with their mouth full.
Polite.
And just, well, compadre, if I know anything about making deals, don't just turn on your... Also, what's a warrant?
He kind of laughs at that. And he says, warrant is, when folks be wanting you for, doing unsavory things, you can get you to stop.
I can make savory breads too, if you'd like that.
You're cute, little capybara.
My name's Henry.
Alright, Henry. Why don't you mosey on up to the front, settle yourself down in one of the passenger cars, line my friends here, and we'll see you get off at Gold Town. Go where you like.
No. And they're gonna make loud capybara sounds and tell for everyone else, get over here.
I was gonna say, I believe it's probably been about, 3 bare minutes?
Yeah, it's about 3 bare minutes.
3 bare minutes, and just as you all decide, yeah, it's been 3 bare minutes, however long that is, you also hear loud barking.
Big dude, we need you.
Can I punch down the door?
Yes, you may. Roll for muscle. That would be bear, or nope, I guess it would be criminal? No, bear. Well, I guess it would be criminal, but whatever.
I tried to break down a door, it was criminal. I do want that sweet muscle bonus, so
do that muscle bonus.
Okay, 2d6?
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 6 on one of them, and let's hope that doesn't happen again. That's a 2 on the second one. Thank God I didn't jinx myself.
You just shoulder through that door. It peels inward, metal shrieking. It's a slidey door, and you just swung it. You burst into the room. Everyone kind of goes, ah! You see a bunch of the marshals just start shooting at the ceiling, kind of reflexively.
Can I
the rest
roar?
of you charge after. Yeah. Oh, you're a grizzly, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm terrifying. Can I do like a...
Please roll bear to terrify, which means you get to roll 2d6 as well.
Okay, I will save my voice acting roll for how high I rolled. Sad roaring of 5 and 6 noises. I'm not scary. It's like I kicked out the door and just point like, ooh, can we have our friends back?
You have, a little bit of a sore throat. It's been a while. It's been dusty. You need a little, drink or something. It just doesn't quite come out as ferociously as you planned. But that's okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I steal the big marshal's
You can give it a go. Why don't you roll me criminal?
Nice, that's a 2.
Yeah, you managed to jump up while he's distracted by the sudden influx of bears, and you grab it out of his holster, and you now have his revolver. What's everyone else doing? Waffles? Boba?
In the chaos of all of this, can I try and just sprint through the car and get up to the driver's car?
You want to run to the engine car?
Yeah.
Is there anything to swim in?
The tears of
Not
enemies.
yet. There's sadly no pool car.
Other than that, I just want to be big, imposing polar bear.
Sure. Waffles, why don't you give me a criminal driver roll? Or actually, give me a bear roll first. What is your red panda stat?
It is somersaulting, which I think is definitely applicable here.
Yes, please somersault through 10 train cars to the engine car. Roll bear, roll 2d6 and take the lowest.
I rolled 2 5s, Ferris.
Why do we like this?
Well, I'm sure you're very frustrated, so please move up from criminal into bear.
I am now at 5 bear, just FYI.
What makes a berry?
You're so close every time. I'm so sorry. You start somersaulting through. You do get through quite a few cars. In fact, I will reveal them on the map. As you get all the way through the lumber car, which is just a bunch of logs strapped down. You manage to somersault over the logs. Then you somersault through a cargo car. Then you somersault through all the luggage. You somersault through the dining car. And then you get to a passenger car. And you try to somersault through. And all the passengers goes, oh, cute, and block your path so that they can stare at how cute you are. What is Boba doing?
Okay. So, I am baby, but I am also very good at being a panda, and that means eating. So, what I propose I do is I waddle over on one of the humans. I grab their pants and I start to eat their pants.
Yes, please roll panda. Bear times 2. I'll even help you and say that his pants are green.
Oh my god.
They're the exact shade of panda.
God fucking damn it. Sometimes I don't need to roll high dice. I rolled 2 6s, so...
You start eating it, and it is like leather, and if it was cloth, it'd be no problem. But the leather, it's dirty, it's got who knows mud on it. It's just not good. It's not tasty at all. Comrade, sorry, could you repeat what you were doing?
I was just going to be big and imposing.
Big and imposing. Alright, why don't you roll me bear to be big and imposing here?
Hey, 2.
Yeah, you're standing there just big, you got your claws out, you're all the way upright. You're probably almost the same height as the big dude. Actually, you're probably a little taller, I think that's. And, and he's giving you a steely eye, and you're steely-eyeing him back. You're having a bit of a stare-off here. Brains. What is the brains doing?
I'm going to bluff. As all of this stuff is going down, I'm going to turn to this lone gunman sort of here. As Waffles somersaults out of this car, I turn to him and say, as best as I can, I mangle human speech through my bare mouth, and I say, "Hey, listen there, friend. It seems like there's been a little bit of a mix-up. You see, we're actually circus bears who bear a striking resemblance to those outlaws, but I assure you, we are not the outlaws in question."
This bear's just straight up dead?
Yeah, we killed bears. Bears choking on water.
That's it. The DM has lost Connie's wife. That's how you win. That's how you win Honey Heist. You make the DM choke on their water so they can't breathe.
It was a waffle comment that got it. I don't know why. Bad time to take a sip. Sorry. I will be hoarse now for the rest of the game.
Horse, but bears. This is about bears.
Shut up. I swear to God, I will fight you.
I want you all to know there are 2 train cars full of horses, and you uncoupled them and left them behind.
How dare you? Every game.
There was also a car full of, well, we'll get to that. Please roll, as you are trying to bluff this, please give me a criminal roll. I'll let you make this a brains roll because this is a big brain idea.
That is a 1.
Success. Hold on. Hang on. If I can, sorry, I'm trying really hard not to cough into the mic as I survive my death. Yeah, so you give this call that you are circus folk and not criminal outlaws. And even though you are speaking human sounds with a bare mouth, most of the marshals there are just kind of staring at you as they did the capybara with like blank faces and like looking at the big guy, Marshal Bjorn, like around here. But Marshal Bjorn, like, he stares at you like he understands every word you're saying. And it was the same for you, Eustacio. And he kind of narrows his eye, his very dark eyes, and you see his nose kind of twitch a little bit buried in his bushy beard. And he says, "Well, you're not very good at performing. Do something about that before your next one."
We're a work in progress. We do devise theater.
Yeah, it's, I would also, do something about that resemblance to a bunch of local outlaws.
So you and I have an understanding here, hmm? You'll let us go? We don't want no trouble.
Yeah, just, maybe next time, don't make it look like you're in a bear vault full of honey robbing a bank.
I will take that advice in stride.
Waffles. You're in the passenger car being mobbed by humans, who all want to see this cute, adorable red panda. And as you're maybe trying to escape the attention a little bit, you kind of climb up onto a seat, and you look out the window as the train is finishing its curve around the butte, and it's approaching the bridge. And on the other side of the bridge, there's like a big canyon. The bridge goes over it. On the other side of the bridge, you see the city of Gold Town. It's just a wooden western town, to be honest. But more importantly than that, you see on either side of the bridge starting point a big pile of red stacks. I don't know, you'd almost call them sticks, except for you've spent a lot of time around Boba the Kid, and you know that is a whole lot of dynamite. And you do a quick little double take here, and you see stretching out along the side of the canyon, maybe 50 yards, you can follow the fuse. And it's hard to tell, because you're on a moving train and it's a little ways in the distance still, but you're pretty sure that fuse has got a little light on the end of it that's sort of running along the edge of it, closer and closer to the dynamite that is attached to the bridge that the train has to go over.
Good. Wait, sorry, where did you say the fuse is relative to the train?
Relative to the train, a ways off. Relative to the bridge, it's like 50 yards away from the train tracks. The train is maybe, I don't know, 200 yards from the bridge.
Mm.
And as the train barrels towards the rigged bridge about to blow, we return to the bank a few hours ago. You are all huddled outside the vault. The chaos has more or less subsided after Boba's outburst. And you've got Kodiak, I believe.
Yep.
With their ear to the thing, steadily working on the tumblers. You don't have much time because you did cause quite a fuss getting into this. Kodiak, why don't you roll for thief and criminal while you try to break into the vault?
Oh, I rolled a 3 and then I rolled a 1.
All right. I believe the 1 will do it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Before I forget, Brains, you can moving for a successful plan. Into criminal. Your bluffing went really well. Yeah, you've got it. You've got only one more number to go. We're keeping an eye out. Or what are the rest of you doing while Kodiak is cracking the last number?
Well, I've had a cookie or of honey. My tantrum has subsided. So I think all I'm doing is, in one hand, eating the cookie slowly, because baby, and on the other hand, holding a stick of dynamite dangerously close. I'm not gonna eat it yet, but am I cuddling it like it's a stuffed toy? Yes. Am I on the floor? Yes. Am I participating in spirit?
Perfect.
And that's about it. Unless I get called for, I'm doing that.
I love it. Perfect. Anyone else doing anything while the vault door is slowly just...
I'm curled up on top of Big Dude's cheese hat, using it as a memory foam mattress. I'm
I'm the muscle. I'm just waiting for someone to punch. I'm actually gonna be like, Waffles, you doing good?
Yeah, wake me up if we have it to drive anywhere.
I definitely. Pat. I think a big dude sit on the train floor then.
Well, you're actually in the bank currently. We are flashback.
Right. I forgot. I'll take a big dude sit on the bank floor.
Perfect. Yeah.
First one, read another one of those honey cookies and eat it. There.
Yes. Yes, flashback within a flashback. Okay, what are you flashing back to?
As we're sitting there, Eustacio is watching Kodiak cut through the safe and just I should they're thinking back to right before they left for this heist at their little kitchen that's actually just the back of a taco shop that they've kind of corded off because they realized that for some reason this capybara could actually bake stuff and they sell it on the side. And just, last time I needed something useful. So they're gonna open up their tiny capybara-sized kitchen drawer and take out a Swiss Army knife, with all those tools on there, and put it deep into their apron under all their stuff, just in case they need it. And then they'll just screen wipe in their back, just staring into the distance, minus the eating.
Okay, I assume you were cool from your flashback and not moving a point.
Yes.
I follow. I'm with you. I like it. Yeah. Brains, are you doing anything in this final moment?
I think there's just tears of pride and joy. For the first time, Brains is crying, rolling down Brains' snout. I'm just sort of sniffling there, looking over at my team working together, this heist coming together. And I sort of say to the human, I guess that's still in the car with me, God damn it. That's beautiful. Now shoot out my eye.
And with that, the vault door clicks, and Comrade Kodiak pulls the vault open, and for the first time, you all lay your eyes upon this thing that you were hired to get, the haul of a lifetime. You see jars of honey, pots, even crates of honey. It's more honey than you have ever seen in your entire lifetime laid out along this vault. And as you all step inside, overwhelmed maybe the beauty of all this honey, preparing to start moving it out so you can, taste the honey. There is a clatter and then a little as something small and metallic rolls across the floor and comes to a stop in the middle of all of you in the vault. And there's a moment as you all stare at it, and then it just goes, and there's a burst as green gas starts spraying out of either end of it in this thick, growing cloud. What do you all do as the gas hits you?
Scream.
Oh no! Hearts!
Okay.
I attempt to roll out of the way, but my tiny body, the gas hits me right in the face because it's also green, and so I roll a little too slow, and as I fall into what I am assuming is asleep, I fall into a briefcase because I said I was in a briefcase.
There is an open briefcase of honey, and you just sort of tumble into it, and it closes around you.
Yep.
Eustacio tries to get away, which lands him to the corner of the vault, and they just try to stay there, came far away from the gas, but then they just end up in a sitting position, fall asleep.
And as your eyes grow heavy, you see a familiar face slowly closing the vault door on you. Goldie Ferris. And she kind of leans around, smiles at you with her bear grin, and says, "Sorry, Cubbies. The reward for you is far higher than what's in this vault, but don't worry." And she makes eye contact with you, Brains. "I left you a gift." The vault door shuts, and everything goes black. And we jump back to the present as the train rockets towards the bridge that is rigged to blow.
I think I know what the gift is.
Okay.
Waffles, do you want to start this off since you're the one who has seen the rigged bridge?
Ooh, yes. I would like to... Wait, let me look at my stats real quick. Use my great bear might to intimidate everyone around me and continue, now just running as fast as I can to the, engine room driver's seat.
Yes. You are running to the engine car. Go ahead and roll me some bear to run and somersault if you wish to get there. Or if you're trying to scare people, then just roll bear. But if you're somersaulting, then you roll double the bear.
Yes, I got a 2, so that actually passes for once.
You do it! You do some, I don't know, hardcore parkour as a panda. Red panda hardcore parkour. Through the train cars, and you move your way through all of the passenger cars. Over top of the water tanker, you tumble across the coal car, and you land in the engine. The rest of you have, about this time, your part of the train has finally come around that corner, and you all also lay eyes upon the rigged bridge. You see Marshal Bjorn looks at it, and squints at it. He also seems to be good. And then goes, "Now that ain't right." What do the rest of you do with this newfound knowledge?
Boba, are those yours?
No, I would never put them there. I carry all my dynamite all the time.
And that's not good.
Comforting. That is not comforting.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop the train.
Yes,
We've got bigger problems.
I mean, we could always disconnect everything before the vault and then throw the bricks.
But you need waffles.
Yes. Oh no, the waffles is gone.
Bye, waffles.
Maybe if you can get to that front thing on the train.
Yeah.
The choo-choo.
The choo-choo.
We get to the choo-choo, maybe we can stop this thing.
I think with Eustacio still holding the gun at the big marshal, mind you, just like, yeah, we should. Let's all go to the front, yeah? And,
We're all going to the choo-choo.
Not you, pointing at Marshall. You stay.
Marshal Bjorn looks at you holding his own gun on him and says, "That's not very circus-like of you. I was gonna clear the way for you because this sort of impacts all of us, and I'm not a good... Well, I am a good swimmer, but I'm not good at falling."
Well, I think it's kind of funny.
Okay, I'm sorry, this is bugging me. Can I vibe check this guy for being a secret bear? Because Alyssa mentioned it, now I'm just convinced. Like, he's nearsighted, he's very tall, he can understand.
Go for bear!
Okay.
He's good at swimming.
Yeah, like, is he just a bear?
I mean, he could be a bear. He could be a bear in a certain way, but not in another way.
I got a 4, so it's a bear stat of 2. I unfortunately cannot discern bear.
He's bear the other way.
He might be a human kind of bear. You're not sure.
Can I just ask him if he's a bear, actually? Like, are you a bear?
He looks at you for a second and says, "Let's get to the engine car. Let's move out." And he starts leading the way to the engine car.
No. I said without you.
No, I mean, but
you're all bears. I'm a person.
Yes,
I can tell them to move.
I also don't know how to...
We can use them.
Yes, I don't know how many of us know how to drive the choo-choo.
Okay, fine. You lead the way.
I can drive the choo-choo.
I bet Waffles could too.
That's probably where. Hey, Kodiak, could you carry me while I point this gun at the guy as he leads the way?
Oh, yes, totally.
Okay, let's do that.
Yep. I will carry you stuff to you.
You all make your way through the train car. Marshal Bjorn is leading the way with Kodiak and Eustacio behind him. Eustacio leveling his own gun at him. The rest of you bringing up the train. Meanwhile, chugga 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 at the front of the train. I did that. Waffles. Waffles is chugging away. What are you up to, Waffles?
Do I see the conductor?
Yes, you do. You see the conductor.
I want to tackle him away from the train driving station. I don't know how trains work, Ferris.
Okay, well, there are two people, in fact. There is the conductor, and then there is also the coal shoveling person. I'm sure that has a name, but I don't actually know it. I just know there's two of them. Please roll for bear to tackle these individuals away from the furnace.
Heck yeah, that's a 3.
All right. I assume that success, given your reaction. Yeah, you, like, I don't know, leap into the air, do like a double somersault in midair, and then just like bowling ball, like Sonic the Hedgehog, into both the conductor and the engineer. That's what they're called, engineer and conductor. And they both kind of like fall out the side of the train and kind of grab onto the handle on the outside. So they're still hanging on, but they're busy hanging on, and they're not going to disturb you. And they both kind of like look at each other, and they're like, "What was that adorable thing? Some kind of raccoon?" You have control of the train.
Yeah, I would like to, look sadly at the controls and say to myself, all I wanted was to go fast, but now it seems like it's time to slow down.
That's so tragic. Yes, I will say, roll criminal for driver first.
Nope.
Oh no! Well, I will say, sorry. Hang on, let me put words in order. Your first plan went off without a hitch to roll into the dudes, so you could move a point from bear into criminal.
Okay,
does that change your result?
It does not. I rolled 2 5s again.
Then you can put that point right back into bear. In this moment, as you contemplate the levers and the furnace and the coal and the water and how it all makes the train work, and you know how trains work, but it occurs to you that there's 2 options here. You could go slow, or you could go super fast. If you go fast enough, you'll outpace the explosion, theoretically.
If we don't, maybe we'll jump the bridge.
Maybe. It is about this time that the rest of the bears, I won't say they burst in, because the engine car is quite small. The engine of the train there's room for 2 people and a pile of coal, and that's about it. But they are all gathered on the coal car behind it, kind of peeking in. And also they brought Marshal Bjorn with them for some reason. But his gun is being leveled at him by Eustacio. So you can take that as you will. And you are now very close to the bridge. You're almost upon it. What are you all doing?
There's probably some screaming.
Waffles hit the bricks.
Wait, but Brains and Comrade, can't you like build us a ramp really quick and we can just go really fast and jump over the bridge?
We don't have the materials to go.
That is such a wild idea. That it just might work.
All right. Shall we do what we did back in Russia?
What? Yeah?
Combat Zodiac and I go way back.
But no, that's not the part I'm confused about. Like, just what? Just
We're about to do what the kids call a sick trick.
hey, before all this, hey, guy, I'm pointing a gun at. Do you know how to make this thing go faster? And those dynamite thing, can you stop them or we can go past?
I don't know anything if you were asking me that.
No, the marshal.
Waffles? Oh, the Marshal. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking to Waffles.
No, the person I'm pointing a gun at.
Oh, yeah. And he looks at it and goes, I don't know terribly much about trains, but usually coal fire equals heat makes speed.
Okay. More coal in the thing faster? And
Yeah, that's what I know.
everyone
I think
do
there's
that?
a break, though.
It's fine. Waffles, make it go zoom.
Should, maybe we, lessen the load so less has to go across the speeding bridge?
Well,
We got like 4 cars and passengers.
Let's unhitch him.
Eustacia's gonna look at everyone. Do you care about the honey back there anymore?
I mean,
Yes.
We ate a lot of it, didn't we?
yes, but no, but yes, but no.
I mean, can't we come back for it?
Yeah. The bridge is gonna blow up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel
that's
like,
true.
You know, there's
my
this.
life is worth more than the honey.
You know, there's a vault in the next.
Yes.
line. Hey,
Live to
and
eat another day.
live to eat another day. Yeah, let's unhitch it. Throw the coal.
But the honey.
We'll get more.
I have
It's okay.
I have a honey pot right here.
Boba,
Yeah,
will you?
you're still in it, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think you should.
Boba, right before we unhitch it,
But-
shove as
but
much
the
as you
honey
can in your mouth.
I gotta go back.
I will say, there is enough time. If you go very quickly, you could probably see how much honey you can get to, like, sit in the coal car before you reach the bridge. Just enough time, if you're fast.
Why don't we just eat it all? Like, why don't we just go feral? I want to go ape shit and just eat as much honey as we
Because
can.
then we won't have any quime, and we need quime, and I want to be witch.
We have the
Yes.
breed squares. Wait, you don't have any breed squares anymore? Yeah, let's move some honey, but I'm also going to be eating honey.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So Boba and Big Dude, are you fetching honey?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then we have Comrade and the Brains are trying to construct a ramp,
Yep.
Charlie Chaplin style, I suppose.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Or, no, I guess it's technically be Buster Keaton. Because he did
Oh
the
yes,
one
that's
with
right.
the
It is Buster King. You're right.
Yeah.
I mixed up some heads.
Yeah, same.
And driver Waffles, you are adding more coal to the fire, I assume.
Correct.
Which leaves Eustacio.
Yeah, I was gonna help throw coal in there and make Marshall throw coal in there.
Excellent. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. I guess I actually own a lunchable criminal.
Uh-oh.
But if it relates to your role in any way, your heist role, please feel free to roll with backwards advantage.
Can I argue that because I'm carrying stuff back and forth, it's using my muscles?
Yes, I will allow that.
Okay, thank you.
Well, everyone else go first.
I got a 6 and a 1, so I feel like the duality of man is saving me right now.
Yeah. Okay. You successfully bring back a very good portion of honey and get it like nestled in with the coal in the coal car. Whom else rolled? What you get?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. What did your partner in crime roll?
I don't know.
Brains?
I got a 2 and a 3.
Okay. Are those both under your criminal?
They sure are, because my criminal's a 5.
Oh, shoot.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Oh no. I think I know what's going to happen here in a minute. Okay. You both managed to, I don't know, you steal lumber. There's a nearby lumber car that has nicely cut lumber, and you manage to, like, lay it out in front of the tracks in, like, I don't know, you're building it, like, on top of the engine car, and you get to, like, I don't know how it works, but it works. You managed to get a ramp just before the bridge built. It's not a lot, but it might be enough to rocket onto the bridge or maybe even over the canyon. What did the coal shovelers get?
So before we do that, can I do a quick flashback to our planning phase?
Yes, we may.
So I think we just see Waffles making increasingly desperate suggestions like, okay, but what if we stole a car? Okay, but there's a moat around the bank, so what if we stole some swan boats and we use those? And just trying really, really hard to get some sort of vehicle, speedy vehicle, into this heist plan.
Okay, yeah, perfect. You may voluntarily move to criminal from there.
Good. So then I rolled a 2, which is my criminal now, thankfully.
Hey. Oh my god. Woof. Yeah. You shovel coal very quickly. You're also moving all the levers and stuff. And Isacio.
So yeah, I rolled a 1, which is also definitely under my thing because my criminals had a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We're all just gonna turn evil!
Oh my. This is what an interesting plot twist. Okay. Marvelous. So,
I rolled a
yes.
3. I rolled a 3, which is exactly what my criminal is, to smuggle the rest of the honey, or as much as we can, in.
Yeah. Both of your successes, you both get all of the honey. You basically move the contents of the vault in, like, you just shut all the coal is going into the furnace anyway, so where there's room, now there's honey. And you even both had time to uncouple the train car, since Boba, you know how now. And as the train pulls away, moving at very fast speed, there is a gout of fire just shooting out of the smokestack. The train is just like barreling towards this hastily constructed ramp just slightly in front of it. All of you succeeded really well. This plan is about to go extremely good. All of you need to move a point from there into criminal. And please tell me. Please tell me your number right now.
I am at I'm at 5.
Okay.
I'm a full city.
Same.
Uh-huh.
I am at 5 now.
Uh-huh.
I'm also at 5.
I'm back at a nice 3 and 3.
Marvelous. As the train rockets up this ramp and launches into the air, the lure of crime, the height of mastery that has happened in Eustacio brains. Oh, you know this is the life for you, and you don't need a party. And as the train flies through the air with the setting sun casting golden rays across the on-fire engine. The rest of you are feeling, most of you are feeling quite a strong urge to just become your own criminal without a party to hold you back. Except for, of course, Waffles, who is feeling very even keel right now and just generally proud of himself. The train crashes onto the bridge, almost all the way across. The bridge explodes, and as everything starts collapsing and exploding around you, the train engine mostly makes it. Everyone roll a d6.
Are we about to die?
You can't die in Honey Heist, you're good.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I also got a 2.
4.
4.
Anyone who rolled above a 3, you were thrown from the train.
Uh-oh.
Anyone who rolled a 3 or under manages to stay in the train as the engine and the coal car just barely make it to the other side. There's a moment where the coal car is hanging off the side of the canyon, but the train has so much force because it is literally, the engine is on fire, that it manages to yank the coal car up and crash into the nearest building, which conveniently or ironically happens to be Goldtown's bank. Who rolled above a 3?
I did.
So did I.
Our Boba and our capybara?
Yeah.
You all plummet from the bridge, from the train, from your dreams of glory. And you splash into the river down below. It is a canyon over a river. Actually, there's a canyon. There's a river here. Anyway. So I guess, what do you do as you fall away from the honey?
Just brace myself for the falling into water, which I know will be okay. I'm a polar bear and can swim.
Yes. Why don't you? Are you picking a particular direction to swim to?
Oh, which way would be towards like town?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You can just swim towards town. Yeah. Why don't you roll me bear to swim? Swim bear. Give me a double bear.
Double bear. Okay, I did just pass barely with a 1.
Barely?
Barely. You splash in. There's a big of water. Plummet to the bottom. You bounce against the riverbank. You lay there for a minute as it pulls you along, and then you start swimming. Strong, easy. This water's really warm compared to what you're used to. And you strike out and make to the other bank. Eustacio, or actually, Boba. Let's do Boba. You are, I don't know, are you still in a honey pot? I guess not, because you have honey.
Yeah, no, I'm back out. So I am a child, free falling in the air, plummeting to the water, and then y'all should not y'all. I guess Boba would also realize that Boba can't swim because nobody taught Boba how to swim. Boba's a bear though, so maybe that natural instinct will kick in eventually. But first, Boba has to experience drowning. I guess. Oh my
as
God.
Boba flounders in the water, trying to figure out if you can innately swim or not. You are just a tiny panda bear cub. Brains and Eustacio, you land in the water, and you see Boba struggling. You see Comrade Kodiak almost to the other shore. Kodiak just didn't see Boba.
Good thing my bear skill is to swim. I would love to swim over to Boba and scoop them up and tell them,
Get on my back. Hang on, little Boba.
I will ask you, because you did go full criminal. Does that play into this moment at all?
yes. As I gesture for Boba to get on my back, I say,
Let's cut our losses and run. You and me, Boba, will start a criminal empire all on our own. What do you say?
Oh, Oh shit. Well, technically, you've been my parental figure this whole time.
I know. I'm a horrible parent, but perhaps
yes.
a better older brother.
That is true. That is true. And you know, Boba is a child, and technically, you're the coolest person. You're the coolest bear that they've walked into. So Boba will nod and be like,
But what about the riff-waff?
Ref. They'll get out of it just fine. My bear Rolodex is deep bears.
Bears.
okay, I let you take me wherever you want to go.
Do you strike out towards town or away? I won't. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I don't think I can make you roll for bear because you'll automatically fail it.
I will.
So I will just let you roll off, swim off into the sunset with your new crime apprentice, if you so choose.
I think so. I think I'm gonna turn to Boba as Boba's like perched on top of my, and I'm like bear paddling through the water, and like this like surf is like splashing up into my like grizzled snout. I say,
Let's leave Gold Town behind. They can think we died after falling into the what when they least expect it. We'll strike and we'll steal the bone they've got.
Revenge.
Revenge, even though we have not been wrong.
And
No,
together,
we remember being betrayed. We had that flashback.
Wait, that's right. You're absolutely right. Revenge.
Revenge.
and you swim off into the sunset together. Eustacio, you watch them swim away, growling about revenge. What are you doing?
I think Eustacio falls in just like a hefty coconut. Just thinking and just like, okay. And then as they splash into the water, just their snout is gonna pop up above the water, and they're gonna float towards town, just like float towards the water, towards the town. Seems like I'm not leaving without something. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be heading that way towards the...
Okay, you're also full criminal, right?
I'm very criminal.
Thought so, okay. Then we will pick up... So we're gonna pick up maybe a day later. Those of you who rode the train into the bank, in the chaos, you managed to get away to a little hideout you have nearby with not only the contents of Capital City's vault, but also the contents of Gold Town's vault. Let's just say you are some rich, happy, well-fed bears.
Wait, is this just Waffle and I?
I headed towards.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is Waffles, Big Dude, Comrade Kodiak. Eustacio, are you lying in wait, or are you wolf in the hen house sort of deal, or are you going to wait for your moment to rob them?
I would say they're definitely like, no, they definitely did come back, but they're just like hanging out, haven't said anything.
Yes, Eustacio seems changed by the train. And then, as you all are counting your glory, Boba and the brains tragically
Pour one out for.
Yeah.
you pour out a honey.
They've
for
probably
them.
gone back to Russia. I will find them when I get there.
And then the door opens, and in walks Goldie Barris.
You.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
I think you all made out like bandits, if you know what I mean. Well done. I wasn't sure you all could pull that off, but it went exactly the way the brain said it would.
Brain is dead.
Well,
They're not dead.
less like the brain said it would, then.
you hear from the distance just like me screaming, "Revenge!" But it's really quiet.
Can I unpour one out for
Sometimes I could still hear them
Pushing
scream.
the honey back into the shot glass.
I don't think flashbacks work like this though, so I don't think it'll make sense. Yeah, they don't work like that, and you can't die in Honey Heist. Never mind.
Is death free. Except maybe I suppose humans probably could die, but bears are off limits. And then monkeys. And hang on, I'm sorry, cat. Off my keyboard. She doesn't want to walk over my dog. He's not a real dog, but a stuffed dog with a hat on its head.
Thank you for this message, Umi. I will treasure it forever.
It's for you all. Please
It's a
add
second.
here. Barris kind of like shrugs a little when she realizes, oh, I guess so much for the brains, and says, yeah, you know, weren't you in on it? I mean, you all knew what the plan was, right? Oh, by the way, I got your cut. Hang on. And she drags the wagon in to the door and sets out these big old jars. So probably each jar is like, this is the worst possible comparison. Picking a different one, like Zelda vase shape sized. Better comparison. Yes, Zelda pot sized. And you all get a good whiff, and you smell the most delectable honey you have smelled. It is better than all the stuff you sold. It is rare orchid. And she says, here you go. One cut for each of you. I guess I'll let y'all keep the brains cut, considering they may or may not have died. That's
And
from your
Boba's.
rewards.
Boba died too. They were a child.
Jesus Christ! You guys really went child labor on this. You even gonna pay me?
Really, I mean, there wasn't a warrant out for all of you. Just 3 of you had warrants, and here you go.
Okay, who in our group had warrants?
The brains, Boba, and probably Big Dude.
Why do I have a warrant out for my arrest?
You're a
You
big
look
dude.
like a scary grizzly, but you're not.
Hold on. Because I look big and scary. I was going to bring this honey back home for all the other little bears that can't eat honey, and I'm the bad guy here because I'm big and scary?
You're only
Yes.
bad to the humans. Don't get worked up in it.
Like,
Big dude's crying.
could I do my
Waffles
criminal
is-
thing?
Yes, you
Gently,
may. What do
petting
you want to
them.
do, Eustacio?
Sorry, what was Waffles doing really quick? I didn't hear it.
Gently petting Big Dude in comfort.
Could I do that?
Yeah?
I think in the middle of the night after everyone I think Eustacio would have maybe found like a loose stick of dynamite amongst all that. And it's hide in it. And then we come back to now, and Eustacio looks at Bear D-Locks, Gold Bears, and just first off, I saw that one. Yeah, I think I'll take those other shares for myself. You all could have the rest, but these are mine, and they're first going to start walking if no one stops.
I'm stopping them. It's like, hold on.
Well, then you see another thing of them reaching to their apron pocket. First, they pull out all the green squares. I'm just like, okay, wait, Big Dude, hold this. And then
I am looking at you suspiciously. You're giving me the green squares?
I'm giving you the green squares, yes.
I will take back the green squares.
Cool.
I want to beat the shit out of you right now, by the way, but Big Dude is a dumbass, so...
No, yeah, do
Squares.
that, and just like, okay, and then they pull out the stick of dynamite and their Swiss Army tool, which happens to have a lighter on it, and just, now, y'all gonna just enjoy your night. You're not gonna remember me, you're not gonna remember the other cuts. Como se dice?
Ferris? Wait, quick question, Ferris.
Yeah?
Is it a criminal act or a bear act to commit to commit an act of assault?
I think it's up to you, because on one hand you're the muscle, on the other hand bears maul stuff, so...
I want to do criminal because my stats higher for that. I want to commit an act of assault on,
So I roll to evade.
Yeah, roll for muscle.
Okay.
I guess
Well,
that's-
if you evade, you're gonna automatically succeed. Or automatically fail, like... So it's more a matter of if Big Dude succeeds.
that's fair. That's fair.
Please, Big Dude.
So that is under my criminal stat, technically speaking, what I rolled for my
Okay.
first one. Yeah.
Then what are you doing to poor Eustacio?
He seems like he's a bad dude. He seems like he's asking for more. I just want to knock him unconscious with a big old bitch.
But if you just knock me into one of the full, I can't run.
Yeah, hey, I'm taking it. Yeah, I want to knock you into a full jar of honey.
You just swipe a big old paw across Eustacio's square capybara face, and Eustacio flies into the air and plunges into one of the jars of honey and is stuck there.
I think you see Bubbles, like Eustacio trying to say something, and all you hear is just muffled barks.
Goldie Bears looks at this and goes, well, that was a turn of events. I suppose you all can do what you want with your cuts. Look forward to working with you again. Bye. And she just moses on out. And what do you all do? How do you all sunset here?
Well, personally, my plan was, again, donating all of the honey to starving bears, like, in the forest that I live in. So, yeah, I want to dish out the honey to the people that need it.
I'm just gonna take my cut and head back to Russia.
I want to buy a, food truck and make it go really, really fast and help with the honey deliveries.
Aww. With the green squares we have!
Yeah!
Eustacio, I think you end up in bear prison for a little while, but you can plot your escape, and I feel very confident that you'll have a helping hand from the outside when you're ready to use it. And that concludes our honey heist.
Hey!
I didn't expect any of it. Thank you all for joining us here at the Goblets and Gays Honey Heist. I hope you had a great time with us bears, or shall I say, a very good time. One more for the road. Make sure you pause this so you can go like and comment and follow us on our various social things and do all that good stuff. And also make sure you check out our friends at Well Seasoned Story and, of course, Transplaner. Connie, if you want to shout yourself out one more time, since the rest of us
links for everything will be in the description below.
Links in the description below. I am pointing.
Yes.
You can't see it because it's my voice.
Like I said in the beginning, I'm Connie. When I'm not here being a polar bear called Brains, I am the GM and producer of Planar RPG. I did a big spiel in the beginning. Bullet points are, we're an all-trans, POC-led ensemble. We stream D&D Saturdays, 3 p.m. U.S. Central Time at Transplanar RPG. We also have a podcast if you consume actual play content better in audio form. We release new podcast episodes every Tuesday, so follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, wherever you pod your cast at Transplanar RPG. I am also a game designer and screenwriter, so follow me at by Connie Chong on Twitter. That's BYCONNICHANG. I don't know when this is going to be released, but hopefully it'll be out by the time this is released, if it is after December 31st, 2021, because by then I will definitely have released at least a play-ready version of God Killer RPG, which is a 1 GM, 1 player PBTA Holy Punk hack I'm working on. The player is the God Killer and the GM is God. It's very post-apocalyptic. It's like Mad Max meets the Raven Tower meets Gideon the Ninth a little bit. So if that's interesting to you, follow my project page at God Killer RPG. And that's it.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to eat your vegetables. We love them, Goblets and Gays. Can I get one final yeehaw, bears?
Yeehaw!
Get out of here, Craig!
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.